So hello there. I'm trying to get to my fishing spot. Nose is running like crazy. I think the pollen and allergens are pretty high right now. I've got a bait hook and a little piece of night crawler on, and a small little split shot. So let's see if anything wants it. And I do believe something does, because I think that was a hit. Yeah, something is hitting it. How much worm do I have left? Not bad. Come here, you. Ow. But yeah. I don't know if you can see or not. I'm not seeing really well. The sun is glaring on the screen, and so I'm not. Gotcha. Little bitty fella. I believe that's a red breast. Female red breast. Very small. That's all right. We got to start somewhere, don't we? I'm just roaming along the bank, seeing whether I can find where the fish are, basically. Somebody's shoe. You probably didn't see that. Gotcha. That's what I want right there. Oh, that's what I want. Right there. Lovely. Nice fat. Fatty. Nice fatty. Yeah, man. Well, hello. You are the droid for which I've been looking. Look how beautiful you are. Gorgeous. Got the yackers, the canoers, coming down the river screaming and hollering. They're having fun. Let's see. Now that the yackers have gone by, that ain't where I wanted that. All right, let's try it this way. I'm getting hung up in a bunch of limbs and trees and stuff like that, and Yeah, that was nice. Whatever is after it. Is anybody going to go after it again? They are. Little one, but that's all right. I caught that big one. Can't all be big ones. But that's a tiny one. All right, let's try this again. Got hung up pretty good and had to break off. There's so much. Oh yeah. Oh, I had him. I'm not setting the hook as hard. You don't really need to. That was a decent sized panfish. You don't really need to with these fish. They're small anyway. But yeah, you don't really need to. I'm just trying to break myself from decades of setting a hook like a bull. I think that this might be a really nice section of water. It's small, but that's all right. I snagged that, but unlike fishing with Chris, that counts. Why? Why does that count? Because that fish came after my hook. He swiped at it and he got caught. Look you on the back, but he got caught. My hands are on him, and he came off my line. That's the way that works. We count what we count. I have my standard and he has his. And my standard is if I snag that fish, more than likely what's happening is that fish has been swiping, particularly if I feel hits. That fish has been swiping at my bait, and he got unlucky enough to miss the bait and catch the hook. That's the way that goes. And up in the tree again. That's the problem. I got these trees overhanging, and I'm trying to get to a certain spot, but the trees overhang. Do that again. You probably done got all the bait off of it. We'll find out though here in just a few seconds. Yeah. No, he's on. And he's off. And that's all right. It's called catch and release. Lots of mud here, but I'm just gonna be careful what I walk in. Hello there. How the heck are you? I believe that's a female redbreast by the size of her mouth. Got to be careful, there's a lot of mud here. But I could go on down the bank, and I might at some point. But I'm getting hits, I'm catching fish. So, in my opinion, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to leave this spot. Unless I get, you know, where they're basically, wow, what is going on here? Yeah, I got him. And he got off. Ha ha ha. I'm setting the hook lighter. Maybe I'm not setting it enough, but I don't think so. But I got some slack in the line and all of that, so you never know for sure what the reason was that I missed him, but or he got off or whatever you want to call it, but that's all right. That one didn't. Little tiny fella. You're gonna stick me before it's over, ain't you? Probably. Alright, it's alright. I will not harm you. Little bitty thing. Nothing yet. Well, something hit that just as I was raising it up. It's all right. Let's try that. Gotcha. All right, I am going to walk on down a little way, see what's going on down there, but this is like a little honey hole where they're kind of stacked, but it's smaller fish for the most part. Nothing there. Oh, I've got something. He just didn't hit. Nice size little redbreast. Beautiful. Once again, looks like a female. You almost, praise God you didn't, but you almost gut hooked yourself. I'm glad that you did not, because I do not like doing that at all. I'll pass if I can. Nothing there. I can tell when something's tapping it, but not really going to do anything with it. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Some of them, they're going to tap on the thing. But, oh, I missed that. But they're not going to do anything. They're just going to tap it a little bit. And then they're either going to tap it a little bit and not do anything else, or they're going to tap it and tap it and tap it until they chew all the bait off of it. But you're not going to get them. There are some of them that are, and usually it's little boogers like this that do that, but you never know. Let me see. What about lengthwise? Try that. Hello. Take it on, fat boy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's still in your strike range. Oh, taste and see that the worm be good. Come on. Okay, fine. Maybe there's no worm left on it. Yeah, there's worm on it. It's just got debris left on it. That ain't helping nobody. Let's see that again. Nothing? You don't want none? That's a little hit. Well, got him. Little bitty sucker. Little booger. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's alright. Well, so far I've caught some tiny little boogers and a few nice ones. Can't really dictate the size of the fish you're going to catch. Most of the time you can try. But yeah. Oh, son, I don't know what that was, but that was one heck of a chomp. Whatever chomped on that didn't play. Let's see if I can put a little bit more bait on that. Try that again. I don't know if I can get in that same spot or not, but that was nice. I don't know if that means it was a big old sunfish or if it just means it was a tiny but aggressive little sunfish. But that was nice. Got the dad blame canoers and yakers screaming their lungs out on the water. Hope they have fun. I used to worry about stuff like that and think that it mattered. It don't. The fish are, if the fish are hungry, they're going to be hungry and they're going to hit. They're not really going to care too much what's happening on the surface. These fish, anyway, a trout or a bass. I don't have any clue properly, but that's the little panties. So straight out, see if anything wants it that way. If you want it, you better take it, because we're getting around this corner where I'm going to end up being hung up. And I ain't in the mood for that. Gotcha. Oh, he got away. That's all right, though.